If you smell
the
something
smell
rotten,
grew worse, and
it's a
soon
bad
my
sign,
brother
bro.
was locked, or at least it should have been, and that's when they found her. It's broken at my house, and no one wants to help me. I've even been to his
Exactly,
house.
she has
My parents
common
would never
sense.
allow it. And froze in horror. Carmen had been.
Today I'm going to react to another video by Wansi Entertainment. This is two short stories, two true scary stories animated. And yeah, I mean, let's see what we're going to see. The bedroom window.
Hey, my name is Kav. This happened to me about 4 years ago, and it still has me questioning the whole situation. One hot summer in the United Kingdom, I was going
UK.
about my day
Okay.
until my mother, little sister, and I went over to my grandparents' house. We stayed there until it got dark. As we parked the car in front of our house, we all got out, shut the doors, and locked it. While walking to the door, I looked up at my bedroom window. That's when I saw it, a black silhouette,
Yeah.
slightly slouched behind the curtain,
Is that a shadow person,
just
bro?
visible enough to notice. I had another sister who was home at the time,
Look at that
so I thought
smiling.
it was her trying to scare me. I called out to her, but the figure didn't move. I shrugged it off, thinking I'd laugh with her about it upstairs later. But when we walked inside, my heart dropped. She was sitting on the couch, studying. I started to panic. I knew I had seen someone, or something, staring down at me from my window. It couldn't have been my brother. He was asleep for work in the morning. Hesitantly, I walked upstairs and turned on the bedroom light. The room was perfectly normal.
Bro, that
nothing out
cupboard
of
looks like a place where
I
people
broke
can
down
hide.
crying to my mother about it, and she let me sleep in her room that night. Weeks later, I was finally back in my room. That's when something else began. My sister and I noticed a rotting smell in our bedroom. At first, only our mother picked up on it. She questioned us, but we were always clean.
Yeah, if you
Still,
smell
the
something
smell
rotten,
grew worse, and
it's a
soon
bad
my
sign,
brother
bro.
and mother were
It's a
noticing
really bad
it
sign.
too. She asked my stepdad to break open a shelf, thinking a rat might have died inside, but there was nothing, and the stench only got stronger in the heat of the day, then faded at night. Eventually, I moved out of my
bunch of
room
sage
and
and
started
cleanse the
sleeping
room.
on the floor in my
There's no
mother's
way
room.
around it.
My sister stayed behind. The smell drove my mother crazy.
Yeah.
She finally called the council, who sent investigators. Nothing. Days later, she called again. This time, the police
Good.
came. We lived in an apartment. The officers began knocking on doors upstairs, questioning neighbors, until they reached one unit. The door was locked, or at least it should have been. When they tried forcing it open, it felt heavy.
Bro,
Finally,
imagine.
they pried it open, and that's when they found her. Behind the
Dude.
door lay the body of an elderly woman. One of the cops rushed outside to throw up. She had been dead for days.
Man.
Later, my mother sat my sister and me down. She told us quietly, "Girls, that smell you've been inhaling was a corpse." We were in utter shock. My sister asked if they knew how she died.
Yeah.
My mother said, "They're not sure. She was found behind her front door, so maybe a stroke.
Yeah,
maybe a heart
might
attack."
be due to old
The
age.
saddest part, they discovered she had no family.
Oh,
She lived
man.
alone, and she died alone. To this day, I still wonder if the silhouette I saw in my bedroom window was her. Maybe she was reaching out.
Yeah.
Maybe she's still in that room with me.
No. Nope. Handsome guy.
My family has had a history of horror and terrible things. I can remember all the stories that my aunts and uncles would tell me, but the earliest story I can remember was told to me by my mother. It was the late 90s. My mother was 15 years old at the time, living in Puerto Rico with her family. My mother had a friend. For privacy, I'll call her Carmen.
Okay.
They were best friends. They always played together and had sleepovers.
Good.
Carmen was a huge part of my mother's childhood. One day, when my mother and Carmen were playing outside, a man approached them. He wasn't the spooky, scary old man, or the creepy guy you'd hear about in kidnapper stories. He was tall and handsome. My mother and Carmen
All right.
knew him. Everyone did. He was well known around the church and the
Good.
town for his kindness
That's
and
good.
good looks. He smiled, and they smiled back. They knew him, so they thought they could trust him. "Hey, Lydia. Hey, Carmen. What are you girls doing?" he asked with his usual smile. My mother and Carmen laughed and chatted with him, but then the conversation took a turn. He suddenly sighed. What's wrong? Carmen asked. It's just that my fridge is broken at my house, and no one wants to help me. I've asked all my friends, but they
Nah,
all
bro.
said no. Carmen looked at my mother and smiled. My mom knew that smile always meant Carmen had an idea. You know, me and Lydia could help, Carmen said
Don't go
brightly.
into stranger's
His
house,
sad
man. You
face
just
lit up.
barely know this guy.
Really? I'd appreciate that. Despite Carmen thinking it was fine, my mother didn't.
Yeah.
She whispered,
Exactly.
Carmen, we've never even been to his house.
Exactly. She has
Parents
common
would
sense.
never allow it. And
Be like her,
besides,
bro.
he's strong and big. Why would he need our help?
Yeah.
Carmen just rolled her eyes and chuckled. Don't be such a scaredy cat,
Nah,
Lydia.
man.
He's super nice and we both know him. If you don't want to, I'll just go with him myself.
And I'm assuming this
Before
is
my
the
mom
time
could
where
respond,
even the phones
Carmen
were
was
not
already walking toward
there,
the
right?
man's
Mobile
car.
phones.
My mother froze. She wanted to call out, but she couldn't move. She just stood there, watching, as Carmen climbed into the car. The engine started. Carmen waved from the
Bro,
window.
this is so creepy, man.
My
Why
mother
would
forced
he need a help
nervous
from
smile
two girls
and waved back
on fixing
as
his
the car
fridge?
drove away.
Yeah,
The
I don't know.
next day, my mother was washing dishes when she heard voices in the living room. She peeked and saw Carmen's parents talking to hers. When they noticed her, they rushed over.
Yeah.
Lydia, dear, do you know where Carmen is? They asked. Her parents stood beside her, waiting for an answer. My mother replied, Yes, she went with Tulio to help him fix his fridge. The room fell silent. Her parents looked concerned. Carmen's parents looked terrified. They thanked her, then quickly left. My mother felt uneasy. It was unlike Carmen to not come home.
Yeah,
She
go with
always
them and
came home when
investigate
the streetlights
with the
turned
parents.
on. A day later, my mother was walking to school when she noticed a commotion near a house.
Hell.
Curious, she walked over and froze in horror. Carmen had been found. Her body was stuffed inside a black garbage bag. Her face was
Yo.
twisted in terror. Her
That must be
eyes
so
rolled back.
traumatizing, man. Seeing your
Behind
friend
the
in
police
that
tape,
condition.
my mother saw Carmen's parents crying. After Carmen left with the man, he had taken her to his house and killed her. It was one of his neighbors who discovered the truth. Their dog had run to a garbage bag, scratching at it. When the neighbor looked closer, they saw Carmen, and they immediately
That
called
is
the
so
police.
creepy, man.
Nobody could believe it. The kindest, most trusted man in their town had done the most evil thing.
It's almost
My
people,
mother
almost
never
people
saw
like
him
this
again.
that
But even now, she still has nightmares about him.
it's always people who seems really good that does this bad thing, bro. You can expect the worst from them. All right, so that was 2 horror stories animated, 2 scary stories animated by 1C Entertainment. I linked the original video to the description of this video, so you guys can go and watch it. Support the channel, subscribe to them, subscribe to me too. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs as soon as possible. So if you guys need me to watch, if you guys want to watch something else with me, some other video with me, then please comment below what I should watch next. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.